go. We're on the starting soon screen. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see where this adventure is going to take us, because I honestly really thought y'all were going to burn down the hotel. Devin seemed so committed on it. I'm like, okay. Let's see. I'm going to want to pull.
I guess Nora says hi.
Hi, Nora.
Yes, she has marker on her nose.
Let's pull up these character
Yes, you do.
sheets so that way I have those ready. And they're all the same, so I don't have to pull up multiple ones. That'll be good. This will just be a good way to get all the ads out of the way, too.
Ooh, I should open my character sheet. That would be a good use of time.
I did update all your guys' tokens as well, so now it's not the basic tokens for y'all now.
Oh, that. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's send Devin and Melissa a text. Oh, in my exciting world, I hate my car. I got hit again this week.
Oh, Jesus.
This car has been hit 3 times. 3 times.
Jeez.
I hate this car so much.
Does it have a bullseye painted on the side?
I feels like it. The funny thing is this isn't even one of those like high risk cars. That's the kicker. So I'm like, how am I getting hit so much?
No, I'm not muted.
Is it your same blue car, Anthony?
No, that one's long gone. No, this is the car after that.
I didn't know what car you were driving anymore.
Yeah, no, I missed that blue car. That blue car was a trooper. Yeah, no, I drive a 2011 Honda Insight now, and great on gas, but for whatever reason, this car likes to get hit.
Well, we have a nice big crack in the windshield of the car that we got just last month.
Oh.
That's
What happened with that? What?
I don't even know. I just was driving home and I noticed it, but it looks like a rock hit it at some point.
It's on the passenger side.
Oh, dang. Well, you guys have that monthly thingy, right? I forgot what it is, but it's supposed to cover damage. Doesn't it cover windshield?
Insurance?
No, it's
some sort of like
the key replacement and.
Oh no, that's literally only for key replacement.
Yeah, and then at the end of
there was some
keys
sort
are so
of thing about
goddamn
that.
complicated and expensive. They need insurance.
When you did that, you took that dolly home. You were talking about something to do with scratches and irregular damage or something.
Yeah, it's for it's like all the stuff that's still there when we drop the car back off and reevaluate whether we want to buy it.
Oh yeah, that's just so that they can't ding us at the end of the lease. That's
for all these.
Okay.
But I think for the fully broken windshield, they might not apply that.
Yeah.
Oh, so
maybe not.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. I need to clean something off my desk. I sneezed earlier.
I have a coworker whose car has been stolen twice.
I found it.
Good to know.
Do we have trivia going on in the chat? What's going on here? Can you name the country where the Oscar-winning actress Angelica Huston was raised? Oh, okay. Something about ads. I don't know. I'm on the Twitch channel reading comments.
I'm really
Okay.
Over at the box fan and have it pointing just at you.
Alright. Well, let's see. So, just a reminder for inspiration. Currently, the only person that should have inspiration is Melissa with 2 inspirations.
Oh, did Cole use his too?
Yes.
Yes, I had one and I used it.
Yeah, I will be doing my best to try to keep track of it as well. And then, yeah. I know last time there was talks from Pander wanting to donate stuff for inspiration. I'm working on trying to figure out how to make that work for tracking purposes. I have an idea.
A spreadsheet.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, because I have an idea, but I will probably look more into that for down the road, because if we do want to have donations for inspiration, then I will use that money for fancy artwork, because, you know, that'd be fun to have.
That would be cool to have.
Yeah.
True.
Let's take a look here. Looks like the ads have finished. And we will just go ahead and, well, I'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll start at 7:40. Give it a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is everybody?
Yeah.
Other than Melissa, I know how Melissa is. No, actually, there is good news with Melissa if she hasn't shouted yet.
I have not.
There
I
you
got
go.
promoted.
Oh,
She's my
Nice.
boss now.
oh,
Yeah, I'm literally Libby's boss now.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I welcome
nice.
You're fired.
Devin, you're not her boss.
It's not funny. Someone actually got fired yesterday, Devin.
You shush.
No, that's always fun. I mean, that was a relationship me and Kyle had. Me and Kyle were like best buds. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be done
it'll
right.
be fun.
It's
yeah,
just-
it could definitely be done.
we have to be
Right.
careful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a new, fun, interesting dynamic, and I'll probably have to watch some of our jokes that we have in the copy center.
Yes. Yeah. We gotta keep it professional at work.
Of course.
Fun. Keep it professional but fun.
We try.
The only thing
yeah.
that I've got going on in my life is more work. I
Yay,
have
money.
Yeah.
Essentially, I gotta try and rearrange my route, because right now my Wednesdays and Thursdays, Wednesday, Thursdays, like Wednesday I didn't get back home till like 4:30, and then Thursday I didn't get back home till like almost 6 o'clock because traffic was just bad. So
What area do you live in now? South End or?
South End, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Live South End. I mean, it's not that far. Like, the plan itself is not far. It's just
Okay.
getting back to the plan is the problem, since I'm driving the company truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big rigged.
All right. Well, it's now 7:40. We'll just go ahead and swap over to the live section, and here we are. We're back live and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and roll this magical dice of a D6 to see who's going to do the recap from last session.
Oh, man.
Let's see. That looks like that is Sabado.
When last we left off, we finally met with the individual whom we are hoping to sponsor our exit of this asteroid.
Monty
in order-
Moneybags?
Yes, Monty
Is that it?
Moneybags.
Close.
in order for him
Mortimer.
to agree to do so.
Mortimer?
Mortimer, yeah.
He's Monty.
Morty.
Morty.
Military money bags.
In order to get him
Please,
to agree to
Rick.
do this, we had to find this piece of property that has a weird murder history. It's super duper haunted. And he wants us to come in here and clear out all the ghosts so that he can spruce it up and keep making money off of it. Come to find out that the spirits of the original staff are still here and are being tormented by angry spirits that don't belong there. After utterly failing to negotiate an alliance, we found ourselves in combat with the maitre d', I think.
Who possessed me?
Yeah, someone got possessed. Who was it? Yep. We had to
It was
We had to-
Selena.
we had to knock your ass unconscious.
Oh yeah.
Forgetting. Was there anything else? Much more? Anything else?
That summed up basically a good chunk of it. You guys went further into the hotel and entered into what appeared to be the kitchen, where there was more
Right.
spirits. And Cornelius was like, "We're here to kill you."
Now I introduced myself very politely and then got cursed into a hole. Well, not quite. But a 5 strength now instead of my base 8.
Yes. And that is where we pick up from. We had already rolled initiative from the last combat. Let's see, which one's the battle music? I don't remember.
I think you left out one fine detail in that recap, and that is this here haunted mansion is partially ours.
I don't know where he's getting that from.
That is true. Well, he rolled high on that. He met the DC of 25 with his persuasion check
Oh.
to get part
Okay,
ownership
so we have
of that
vested interests
hotel.
as well outside of the
Okay.
ship.
Yep.
Hey, I
Officially
can
owns
tell.
stock.
Yeah, essentially.
So when you say
Partially owned
ours,
property.
do you mean yours?
What's with us and gathering property in D&D? This group. We just
No.
gain
How do we
property.
do this?
Um,
Like, we never
a
stay in one
fixation
place
every
long
day my
enough to
party has.
benefit. Dude, wait. This is an inn. We get free nights at an inn whenever we're in town if we stay here.
Yep.
Owning property keeps you from being a murder hobo, because technically you're not a hobo anymore.
You're just a murderer instead.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
that's right.
That's not so bad.
Is that Seattle humor? I don't know.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
so let me see what this
There are worse
shifting
things.
shadow can do. Not a whole lot. Okay.
That's right, the shadows.
So this shifting shadow is going to go first, and it's going to come right up to Cornelius, who's in the doorway. They are
Yep.
going to attempt to attack you. I'm pretty sure that is a miss. That is a total of 5.
Yes, that will miss.
Yep. So this shadow like kind of comes up to you, and it like seems like it's trying to do something to you, but you can't quite make out what it's doing. But it's kind of like just hovering right in front of your face. It is now your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try and poke it back
Okay.
with just a general use thunder gauntlet. I'll just reach out and try and boop it on the nose. In as much as it has a nose, well, I rolled a 2, so that's a 9.
9 is a miss.
So we'll just use the extra attack feature and try that again. And that time will
That's
hit, I
better.
assume. That's a
That-
26.
That will definitely hit.
For 9 thunder damage.
Right.
And it has disadvantage on attacks against anyone but me.
Okay.
And then, since I still have my bonus action, And since no one apparently needs healing, I'm going to... I believe I can offhand attack with my other gauntlet. So let's see what happens there. Oh, this one does less damage. So that's a 22 to hit,
Oh, that will definitely.
and just 8 thunder damage on the same target, since I didn't specify a different one.
Gotcha. All right. 8. Okay.
And then... Can I step between these guys diagonally?
There is a table there, but they are shadows as well. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Incorporeal.
Okay.
Yeah, they're incorporeal. I said, yeah. I'll allow it.
I will awkwardly shoulder past the table, going, "Excuse me, pardon me," and that'll be it for me.
Okay. So yeah, this shifting shadow comes up trying to like figure out what you are as you just pow! Right where you think the face would be.
Yep.
Which makes it the other shifting shadow who's right next to you. They are going to attempt to attack you as well.
Excellent.
Pretty sure that is going to be a miss as well. That is a total of 10.
Yep, that'll miss.
All right. That's all they can do. The one that is all the way in the back is going to come up to you and also try to hit you. Wow. All right, that's a nat 1.
Beautiful.
You know what? I'll give you a free hit for that one.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. That's a 10. Pretty sure that misses.
10 will miss, yeah. All right, so the ghost try to like flies up next to you as you scoot over the table. You try to throw it a punch, but it just kind of like startled with it. Next up is Clementine.
All right. I don't think I have Moonbeam active anymore. I think it's been too long since our last encounter, so I'm going to reactivate Moonbeam.
Okay.
On the one closest to me.
Okay.
DC 14.
Okay, and that's a con save. Boom. That is a fail.
Alright. Full damage is 5.
Alright, so
Low roll.
you see Cornelius kind of step over the shadow, and as you see the other shadow that's right around the corner, you cast Moonbeam on it. It seems to be hurting it very significantly. Even though you feel like you didn't put as much oomph in it, it feels like it's taking a little extra damage from it.
Sweet. Love that.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All
I'm
right.
gonna stay in the doorway.
All
Or,
right.
like, roughly in the doorway.
Father Cloynes.
Well, sure looks like Cornelius has this handled. Maybe I should give him a little bit of help here. So I'm gonna move forward here so I can get him in view. I'll just kind of like stand behind this table.
Okay.
And I will cast Bless, level 1, and I'll get everyone but Silas.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I will give Cornelius a Bardic Inspiration.
Alrighty.
Ooh, thank you.
Selena. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
1
what?
second.
Okay.
Please tell me it's still in here. There we go. Okay. Silas, apparently I had somehow missed you in the turn order. So let me put you back in there. You should have actually gone after the first shifting shadow.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and go back up to Silas really quick.
And okay. Okay, so this would have been at a time where Cornelius would have been like in the doorway still, yes?
Yes, Cornelius would have still been in
Okay.
the doorway.
I imagine he's large enough to be blocking that entire doorway.
Yes.
Okay. I will probably stay out of the way for now. Hopeful. Not really. It's all pretty offensive. I think I'll just stay back because I can't really offer much.
Okay.
If I can't see an enemy to shoot.
That's fair. All right. Selena.
Okay. I can see perfectly fine over our cafe friend, right?
Yes, because they should be small.
Okay. So
I am medium sized, but I'm short.
okay,
Okay.
cool. And da-la-la-la. I'm trying to remember where I got this from, and I think it was just a class thing, or not. I think it was a racial trait from the Astral Elf that I got like one cantrip spell
Okay.
when I created myself. So I think it's gonna be 2d8s of damage if I actually hit. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I want to go for. Let's see, because I can. That's the only like range thing I have right now that isn't a throwing knife. I think I want to go for this one.
The one right around the corner of the doorway?
Yeah, I feel like I can kind of see that one from where I am.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
say that would
cool.
probably be the one you would see the closest, essentially.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it a d20 plus my spell attack bonus?
If it is a ranged spell attack, I believe so.
Okay, cool. I didn't type all the information in properly, so I'm just gonna roll off of an actual dice.
You said it's a Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Sacred Flame.
It is.
Sounds like a
Yes,
Street
that is a
Fighter
ranged
movie.
spell attack.
15 plus. So that's a 21 to attack.
21
Yes,
will
Liz is here.
definitely hit. Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
I believe it's radiant damage. It says flame-like radiance, but I'm not
It is
totally...
radiant damage, correct.
Cool. Yeah. So 2d8s. I'll just roll that in the
Yep.
here. Nine damage.
Ooh, okay, so this one is sitting in the moonbeam currently, like feeling the moonbeam pressure coming on, and all suddenly from underneath it, just flames come up on it. It's getting attacked from both angles. It does not seem to be taking these hits really well.
Fantastic.
Anything
Excellent.
I think I'm gonna stick with just that for now, because I'm kind of happy with my not being directly in the doorway angle.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up is the Shifting Shadow, standing right next to Cornelius. Let's see. They are going to make another attempt to attacking. I am just rolling like shit. That is another miss.
Oh, dookie that is.
Silas, it is now your turn.
Okay. We'll slide into here. Aim my pew pew and lob an Eldritch Blast at that shadow directly ahead. If I can shoot over Serena. Or not Serena, that's
Clementine.
Selena?
Clementine.
Very close.
That is 21 to hit.
That will hit.
For it's going to be 8 force damage.
8 force damage. All right.
Only got the one Eldritch Blast for now. So I guess I will just sort of. How tall is the ceiling in this room?
About 10 feet.
Okay, then I will walk up the wall and plant myself basically so that I'm on the ceiling directly above where I'm currently standing.
Okay.
Man, that's super useful.
just Clementine's on the bottom. You're just
Boing.
hanging upside down above the doorway. Pew! All right.
What's it like aiming upside down, Silas?
You get used to it.
Cornelius, you're like completely surrounded by the shadows. You see the shadow that first tried to attack you as it tries to like still try to do something and just pow gets shot to the side. It is now your turn, Cornelius.
Excellent, excellent. We'll just Thunder Gauntlet the one that I hit the first 3 times.
Okay, so the one on the table.
Yes. Yes, we'll go after that one. And do I declare Bardic Inspiration after I roll, is that right?
I think you can declare it before or after, as long as I don't declare if it's a hit or miss before.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right, that's a non-natural 20. I'm just going to roll with that.
All right, yeah, you definitely hit.
Yep. So that's 7 thunder damage, and then I'm going to burn an Astral Spark, one of my GIF abilities, to just send an extra current of magical goodness into him and hit him for an extra 3 damage. So that's 10.
How do you want to do this?
Just reach out a hand and say one more time, just for good measure. I am Cornelius Q. Baranok, and just reach through him and have an electrical current, or well, no, it's a sonic eruption, just blow it apart.
So
And I'm shaking hands with nothing.
Yeah, you do that, sticking your hand right through where you think where the spine would be. Essentially, the ghost kind of like.
And then I have an extra attack.
Okay, yeah. The ghost kind of looks down as you're holding where it is, as it just erupts. Right.
Which
and
will
gone.
use on, we'll say the one south of me.
Okay.
The one I'm pinging.
Yep.
So, Thunder Gauntlet again. That is a natural 1. I'm also not going to use the Bardic Inspiration on that.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold. Yeah, that'll be. Actually, I'm going to step sideways so that I'm still in a step onto the table.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of what to do with that nat 1.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. How heavy are you?
Let's see. 342 pounds, and plus gear and a suit of scale mail?
Okay.
Is that what I'm wearing?
So,
A lot.
after this ghost explodes...
Yeah, so north of 400 pounds.
After this ghost had exploded, you're feeling so confident that you try to backhand the shadow right next to you, but it just goes right through without damaging it as you, like, used all your momentum and you fall onto the table, breaking the table. You will be prone on your next turn, but no damage taken. You just broken a table and
Okay.
you're currently prone.
Fair.
Alright.
There's a symbol thingy in this game that I'm going to use as soon as it loads.
That sounded like it hurt.
Yeah, you all just... you,
Incredibly loud crunch.
Yeah, Clementine, Silas, you just see that happen. Coins and Selena, you just hear this thump. It is now this shifting shadow's turn, who is in the moonbeam. And if I remember correctly, if they start their turn in moonbeam, they take damage. Correct? All right.
Yes.
So
It's a con save again.
Con save. All right.
Yep. 14.
That was a success this time. Do they take half damage?
Yep. So I rolled 2d10.
Okay.
5 damage again.
All right. This thing is not looking really well. Let me check Sacred Flame really. Oh, that was a range. Okay, so never mind on that one. The Shifting Shadow is just really despising this thing that it moves out of the thing. It's starting to look like it's fading a lot. But it is going to make an attempt to attack Cornelius. Okay, that time that should hit. That's an 18.
That will hit, yes.
Okay. You are going to take 9 necrotic damage.
Oof.
And then... Nah, I'm not going to be that cruel. Yeah. Yep, you just take 9 necrotic damage. I'm not going to do the extra feat with it since I know how this place is.
Good to know.
Yeah. The other one, though, is going to attempt to attack you as well. That's a 17.
That will just barely hit, yes.
Okay. This time you're going to take 15 necrotic damage.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Alright, so both of these shadows try to take advantage of Cornelius, who fell on the ground, just kind of swarm him as Cornelius, you kind of feel like the life force is kind of be drained out of you. Kind of like the Dementor's kiss, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Clementine.
All right, moving Moonbeam on the back one.
Okay.
So another DC 14 con save.
DC 14 con save. That is a fail.
All right. Takes the full 11 damage.
Okay. Quick question for that. With it traveling downwards, does it affect the one that it goes through as well, or is it just whatever it's at?
Just vertical.
It's vertical? Okay.
So
So it basically comes up and then comes back down. Cool.
It just stays
does
like
not,
a light.
It doesn't travel across the room.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to be sure.
Yep.
All right. Anything
That'd
else?
be really powerful.
If you could do it horizontally, yeah. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Father Collins.
Y'all got this. And I'm going to cast Disguise Self and make myself look like the Maitre D.
But he's a ghost.
Okay.
Just in case we run into any of his friends and I need to, have them not kill us.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just kind of kick back on the wall a little bit as you change yourself to look like the maitre d', basically.
Yep.
Selena.
Okay. I can see that one, right? Sorry, I was muted. Or no?
I'll allow it. The doorway is kind of blocked a little bit, but you can kind of like somewhat shimmy your way. Like you could probably
Okay.
get your hand through.
Okay. Well, the point is, I just want to cast Sacred Flame again and go into the room
So
right now.
I'll say that you can get your hand through at least to
Okay.
do that.
So then I will Sacred Flame again. Okay. Yep. Yes,
I will
kiddo.
say roll with disadvantage on that one just because of how the doorway is currently.
Okay. Let's see. Can I actually? Okay, I have to do that. Wait. Okay. Roll 1d20 plus 6. So roll 2d20 and take the lowest. Right. Oh no, I did that wrong. I think there was supposed to be parentheses somewhere. Okay. So a 16 or a 24? 16. 16 enough to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
I have a decent spell attack bonus for someone who only has one spell.
That is surprising.
Yeah. That's what it tells me it is anyway, so I go with it.
Some stuff just lines up.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about damage. How you want to do this?
Oh, nice.
It's at 1 HP.
Oh, even better. I didn't really think I was gonna get to kill anything, so I didn't plan for this. Well, it's a spirit on fire. How does that look? I feel like there's some writhing and like because it burns and it's like divine flame.
Screeching.
So okay, some screeching and then it just kind of like instead of burning away and like flecking off, like it just slowly disintegrates in the same like pattern.
Okay. So instead of it floating off in the air, it just seems to fall more down to the ground like it's turning into ash or something.
Yeah, but like spirit ash, I guess. I don't know. Making it up as
And
I
now
go.
it just blows away in the non-imaginary wind in this room.
Yes, dust in the wind.
All right. Anything else?
I guess I'll walk into the room if I can like work my way around Clementine.
Yeah.
Am I able to do that?
It will take an extra 5 feet of movement, but yeah.
That's fine. I wasn't gonna go too far in. Can I like squeeze up against this table on the far side?
Yeah, I should be able to make that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Silas.
Good. If I were to do a horrible exorcist spider crawl along the ceiling through the doorway, could I bypass Clementine?
Yes, you may.
Excellent.
I will upside down spider crawl through the archway and climb up onto the ceiling somewhere above Cornelius,
Okay.
and then point
Lucky
another,
Christ.
and then point to another Eldritch Blast at that remaining shadow.
All right.
That is 19 to hit
19 will hit.
for 7 force damage.
7 force damage. All right. Okay. The shadow kind of starts to seem to be kind of like fading in and out now. Still standing though.
And I will cunning action dodge.
Okay. Isn't that a reaction?
Is cunning action reaction? It's been a long time since
I thought it
I've
was.
heard, I guess. Me.
Cunning action is a bonus action. I don't know if it lets you dodge.
Oh, cunning.
Oh, no, you're correct. You're correct. Uncanny dodge is a different thing. Dash, disengage, or hide. So I will do nothing besides be on the ceiling.
Okay. Cornelius, you are currently prone. There's one shadow right next to you, kind of above you, with Silas up on the ceiling.
Yes, now that there's just one, I think my meager hit points can deal with it anyway. So I'm going to use half my move and stand up in the wreckage of this table. And then attempt to... Yeah, we're just going to attempt another Thunder Gauntlets, because closer, all my other stuff is way too long range.
Okay.
That is a 13. I'm going to use I assume it's a D4 for Bardic Inspiration of other coins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or wait, is it D6 by now?
I'm trying to remember. Let me look.
How many levels of Cleric do you have?
Well, he should be level 5.
What?
And I
I'm
did
4 levels of Bard.
Yeah,
Pretty sure we're still at a D4 then.
I think so too.
Okay.
Let me check.
So that is a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Lovely. That does another 7 thunder damage.
It's actually a D6. But you
Bardic
still,
Is
Inspiration.
it really? Okay.
yeah. I'll have to check the ruling on multi-class as well, but I think technically it can be a D8, but yeah, it starts at D6 at level 1 apparently. So that's neat. 7
Alright.
thunder damage. All right. Okay, it's still standing, but it's really starting to flicker in and out.
Okay. Then we'll attempt to sound boop it with the other gauntlet. That's a 24 to hit for 8 thunder damage.
How do you want to do this?
Sonic boop.
I'm just gonna do the. I think it's a Hulk move to clap your hands
Yep.
and have something explode in front of you. I'll do that.
Okay, yeah. So you you get up and just like big wide open arms. Ghost kind of like tilts its head a little bit as you just clap. As the ghost just kind of fades away. And that's it. You're now out of combat.
All right. Well, that hurt a great deal.
I will drop down silently from the ceiling.
I'm going to maintain I still have not noticed anything creepy about Silas.
So just as you're turning around, I've already back on the ground, dusting myself
Yep.
off.
Yeah.
So is that
Cornelius, while you
normal for you?
Cornelius, while you were on the ground, you thought you had saw Silas on the ceiling, but you're just like, oh no, that's just me being dazed as you stand back up to do that clap.
That's simply been a shadow. A figment of my overactive imagination.
There were a
Yep,
lot of
that's what they
shadows in
call
this room.
those. Oh, I also like how you said nobody needs healing, and I'm just standing there like bloodied because you knocked me out last session. So
I thought they healed you last session. Did they not heal you?
I was
Yeah, we
healed,
did.
but not
Okay.
like more than. I'm still below half.
Okay.
But it was too meta to say it in the middle of battle because I don't think he was saying that out loud. And
There.
but that's just a statement to his awareness, to Corny's awareness.
Oh, I said my hit points were fine.
Oh well, you said something about no one needing healing or something, and I was just in my mind like going, I could use healing.
I beg to differ.
Big to differ, but that's fine.
Meanwhile, Yamcha in the crater.
As Father Coins had
She
said
is
that
the dog.
when you all turn around, it's no longer Father Coins. It's the maitre d' from the lobby. 'Cause y'all had your Baxter when he did disguise self.
Didn't we kill him? Did ghosts come back from the dead?
Don't be
they died
alarmed.
twice?
It's me. Your happy-go-lucky father of Joaquin.
Good spray bottle. Lovely.
It's him.
Happy-go-lucky.
Would like spray bottle.
Yep. Just disguise myself, just in case we run into any more ghosts that might be friendly to the maitre d'. I can, knock our way out of some trouble here and there.
Didn't he say the evil spirits were like fighting against him?
Yes.
Yeah, but maybe there's still some good spirits in here.
Well, we'll find out pretty quick which ones they are if you look like that.
Yes, all we have to do is lie to them and tell them we're the good people.
Right. See? He
What's wrong
gets
with
it.
us? We're trustworthy.
Yes, of course we are. All right, who wants to keep exploring? Also, I'm just going to, if no one has any objections, sit back here and juice myself up a bit.
Juice yourself. And this is
Uh,
Selena.
a,
She's looking for a juicer of some sort because we're in the kitchen and he said juice.
A weird, like, thick purple ooze excretes from my armor and covers my wounds. This is what it looks like when I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Ugh.
Ew.
Ugh.
Yeah, we'll cast it at level 2.
It's like a
Level
clotted
2
agent.
ooze.
Oh, good. I healed 10.
Just quick clock yourself.
I'm good
right there
without
in the
healing.
dining room.
And there,
I could
there
cast
are
Healing
stairs
Spirit.
right there where you are at as well, Silas.
I'm gonna give a listen, see if I can tell if anything's going on upstairs.
Okay, go ahead, roll me a perception check.
That's a nat 1. For a grand total of 6.
Okay. You're not really picking up anything from upstairs.
Okay.
The-
Well,
the-
you won't
that
get
feeling
too far
of-
ahead before anyone else catches up.
Yeah, that feeling of evilness though is still like crawling through everyone's skin though. Like every room that you guys enter, it just feels like pure evil.
For Selena's sake, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
I appreciate that. And I'm surprised
Yeah.
Clementine is being so nice, but I like it, so I won't say anything.
Good choice.
Mhm.
Ooh, I rolled an 8. You get 11 HP.
Thank you.
No problem.
What was the deal with this guy again?
It was a mummified corpse. I believe Cornelius was the only one that kind of examined it, but didn't like touch it or anything. From what you can tell, from what Cornelius could tell, is it seemed like it just was dried up like a lot. Cornelius did try to check the journal, but there wasn't really anything noteworthy in the journal.
There's a door next to me right, that goes out into this hallway, right?
Yes, that door is boarded up as well. You guys haven't had a chance to take that board.
I'm gonna
door.
take my crowbar to it
Okay.
and use my horrible 7 strength since I've been in this house
Mm-hmm.
to try and do that.
Okay.
Is a 14 okay?
A 14. It takes a little bit of time, but you are struggling a little bit on trying to
Okay.
get the board up. But after a little bit
Alright.
of time, you could manage to get at least a board or two off. It's still kind of boarded up though.
Okay. I'll work on it. If anyone wants to like offer help, or if everyone just wants to chill, that's fine too.
I am browsing behind the desk for keys.
Okay.
I was going to explore the kitchen and see if I could find anything useful and or edible.
Okay. We'll start off with Silas. Go ahead, roll me a investigation check.
Clementine's in front of the fireplace. And see if she can get a fire started.
It's a total 10
Total
investigation.
10. You don't really find any keys, but you do find about 15 gold.
Alright.
It's more than I started today with.
And then Cornelius, while you were searching the kitchen, you actually find some potions.
Ooh. Go on.
I'm just gonna... You find one singular potion.
A whole bunch of vials with dust in them, and then one that actually has something useful.
Let's see, what This is what happens when I don't prepare beforehand on which potions to put in here.
I know that feeling.
Yep. Let's see. what? I feel like that will be a good one. You find a potion of necrotic resistance.
Ooh.
Oh, neat.
Hey, would that have helped with that necrotic damage? Or no? Probably not.
Should.
Yeah, yeah. One would hope.
I like how they
I will
added
look
like
that up.
the new basic rules for the new 2024. But it makes it so confusing because now I have like 3 different potions of necrotic resistance in there. It's like, okay, which one gives me the right info?
Yeah.
All right.
I would like to start a fire in the fireplace.
I was doing that.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah, I was
didn't
trying to.
realize you both
We
were over
survival
there.
check.
There when you approach that fireplace, I need you both to roll me. Where is it? There it is. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
I must share that I imagine Clementine with the fire poker just looking very menacing.
Okay. So as you both
We're gonna play with
approach,
fires.
as you both approach this fireplace, you feel even more of like that evilness coming from the fireplace, and as you get closer and closer to it, you just hear this ghostly wail coming from the fireplace.
Oh.
It sounds very feminine, but it's terrifying. That starts sending shivers down your spine. You both will have disadvantage on all wisdom and charisma checks and saving throws until you complete a long rest.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
What was that list?
Yeah. You write it down. Actually, I haven't.
Disadvantage on all wisdom and charisma throws, basically.
You
Well,
even
it
know.
isn't in. We could sleep, guys.
We clear it, yeah.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Wisdom and
Well, that's not good for property values.
we better clear this. She looks up in the chimney.
Roll me a
I don't know
perception
what
check.
to do though. Okay. Nine.
9.
Before you say anything, I want to re-roll that.
Okay.
I got 2 inspiration.
We also still have bless.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
forgot about that. Which we could have used
yeah.
on our Constitution saves, right?
Wisdom saves.
Or wisdom. Yeah, the wisdom save technically.
I believe so, yes, actually.
Oh,
Only it's. I think it's the same rules as part of the inspiration. You have to declare it before you know the outcome.
True. Okay, but I'll re-roll my perception. Oh, worse. Okay.
As you're looking
that.
up in this chimney, it is really dark, so you can't really tell if there's anything inside the chimney or not. Yeah, it's just pitch black for the most part.
Okay.
Now,
Do I have dark vision? Let's see. I don't remember.
a homeless little orphan like you might not know how to fireplace, but first you need to open the damper.
Hang on, I have dark vision.
Okay. As you're looking at the upside with your perception check, it's hard to tell realistically like where exactly the wailing's coming from, but it does seem like the chimney does go all the way up.
But I still can't see.
Not where the wailing's coming from, no.
Okay.
Father Coins will continue mansplaining fire to her.
Okay.
Oh boy. The menacing
She's just
look with
gonna
the fire
ignore him.
poker. Poke him with the poker.
And honestly, she's gonna start to climb into the chimney.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
What are you wanting to
Not
do inside the
small.
chimney?
You take this here tinderbox, and what are you doing?
She wants to try and find the source of the wailing.
I was like, hey, should she be doing that? Hey.
Go ahead, roll me an athletics check.
Maybe there's something useful up there. You never know.
Oh no.
You're getting in this chimney and you're trying to find something to just grapple onto, but you can't really seem to grab anything to pull yourself to go up the chimney. You are in the chimney, but you can't really make your way up the chimney.
Fall on my ass.
So
Like that roll would mean I fall on my ass, but you know. Okay, she's just gonna
You just
sit down and sit in the ashes and just stare up with her arms folded, just studying it. Exasperated.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should try the stairs.
Not gonna get us in the chimney, coins.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't want in the chimney.
We gotta find the source.
And that wailing's still not stopping, by the way. It's still.
Can we
screaming.
all hear it? Or
No,
just-
only
I
them
think
because they're by the fireplace.
Only the people next to the fireplace
Only the
can
people
hear
next
it.
to the
Okay.
fireplace.
I'm still wrenching this door, so
Okay.
yeah.
I'll go help wrench on the door.
Okay.
Yay.
I won't even have you guys roll for it. I'll just say after a little bit of time, you managed to pry open the door, and it is now unlocked. Where's the
All right.
door? There it is. That's what
Everyone, we have another door to explore through.
All right, go ahead.
All right. You should have access to go through it now if you didn't already. And
Maybe we should let the ceiling walk
I
go
go.
first.
Is Cornelius
The what?
super wide and barely able to fit in this hallway?
I
With
mean,
all that
he
armor on?
he could fit in the hallway.
Okay, good. I was concerned for a moment, mostly because that armor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I need that
Okay.
though.
Are all the doors in the hallway also?
They are
Barred.
all boarded up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I guess this will be a fun exercise. Do we want to start
Yeah, let's go.
here and work our way to the end, or start at the end and work our way back?
Let's start here so that we remain close to our companions. That seems strategic.
All right. And yeah, I'll start using that crowbar again on another door.
The door to your north or the door to your south? So I guess
The north.
Okay.
Sorry. This room.
Gotcha.
Strike test. Or is it assisted because Cornelius is helping me now?
Since it's helping, it's still taking a little bit of time to pop these doors off, just because
You're right.
your strength has been feeling drained, so it is taking a
It
little bit
has.
of time to do that. But you do manage to pull it off.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Hey, Cornelius, I guess we go in?
Yes, that sounds like a lovely plan.
I
Okay.
walk in and leave enough room for him to follow me.
Okay.
I walk in,
Yeah.
ready to shake someone's hand.
So as you enter into this room, the beds in this room look like they have been smashed with a heavy weapon. There's dried blood covering the walls, and all the footlockers have been opened and dumped upside down. To your over here, you can hear scratching noises that are coming behind the door,
Lovely.
and
Nope.
And the same thing in here as well. When you enter into this room, it's just you still have that
Right.
pure evil feeling.
Where were the scratching noises? I think you clicked on the DM layer.
Oh, you're right. I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
the-
I was like,
this-
I saw it there.
This
Oh.
northeast corner of the room, basically.
It looks like the washroom. Oh.
You would
Sounds like there
assume
might be someone over there. Let's investigate.
Lopez, I just watched Haunting of Hill House. Come on, scratching. William seemed like a gent, but I don't know.
This door is all supported up, by the way. So, but yeah, as you Cornelius, as you're approaching, go ahead and
Fully
roll me a
letting
perception
Cornelius go
check.
first.
Perception check. Yes, let's see how that goes. Am I good at that? No. I got a 9.
As for the so with the 9, you can hear the scratching noise. But that's really about it. You can't really tell what exactly is being scratched inside that room.
All right, I'm going to rap on the door very loudly with my armored knuckles and say, "Hello, who's in there?"
When you do that, there's just a loud thump at the door, and then the thumping is just continuing, like, loudly, like something is trying to get out. There's no response, though. It's just thumping on the door, like something is trying to get out of that room to get to you.
The sass in me is saying, clearly its name is Thumper. No. I got one smile, I think.
You got a chuckle out of me.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking of the rabbit from Bambi. I don't know
Me
what else you're
too.
referencing.
That is
No,
exactly
no.
what I'm thinking of. So it's a cute bunny behind the door.
Totally.
Yes, I'm sure it must only weigh 300 or 400 pounds based on the amount of noise it's making. Let's see. On a rational scale, if we're trying to clear this place, it would seem we need to let whatever this thing is out.
Right. So who's opening the door and who's hitting it?
Does it seem like the thumping is making progress through the door?
Not really, no.
Is the door boarded or no?
The door is boarded, yes.
Utile thumping.
So we have to either break it or rinse the boards off with the crowbar.
Actually, I might need to check something really quick.
Okay.
I may have a more expeditious alternative.
You're gonna blow it up, aren't you?
I mean, one of you have
They
already
pulled up.
suggested about burning this place down to the ground, so
I
mean,
think
that
it was
wouldn't be out
me.
of line.
You
I
need to
mean-
cover it in salt.
If you can make sure it's only the door that blows up and not us.
Okay. Actually, I had to double check something. And
That door and that table you smashed is coming out of your share of the profits.
You know the room. As far as you know, it was like that.
Yes.
Cornelius, as you back up, and Selena, you're back up against the wall, the thumping is still happening on that door, but you see a shadow come out from underneath the door
No,
as it
under it?
rises.
Is it like crawling or is it like more rising out of the floor?
It's like rising out of the floor. It's another
okay,
shadow.
I was
And
like,
then
it's not
ano-
crawling across the ground, right?
And then another one also rises. There's still thumping on that door, though. Even though these shadows are out, there's still consistent thumping going on.
So they weren't making
What-
the thumping?
What speed is the thumping? Is it frantic? Is it like slow and methodical?
It's kind of like
Is it frenzied?
not frenzy, but just kind of like bang, bang. Like something's like thumping against it, essentially. So not like increasing speed or anything. It just seems like
Something heavy is
yeah,
striking the
Rhythmic.
door at odd intervals.
yeah. Like it's something. It might sound like something is trying to get out, but with those two shadows coming out, it'd probably be a good assumption. It's probably not something that you want out. We are gonna roll
Nate.
initiative again.
Oh boy.
And
Gonna say, why don't we ask the shadows what it is?
Yeah, and we will also take a quick break as well after we roll this initiative.
28.
Oh, cool. Roll 20 is smart enough now to just update the initiative instead of duplicate.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Cornelius 13. Cool.
Oh, it is. That's
Father
neat.
Coins 10 and
I
Selena.
haven't used roll 20 in 2 years.
I know, right? Clementine 21. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure everyone was on there.
I just was late to roll.
All right, so let's go ahead and take our break really quick. You need to grab yourself some water or anything of that sort. Do so now, and then when we come back, we will begin initiative. And I'll put us on the BRB screen while that's going.
Woohoo!
28 on initiative.
Who got a 28?
Oh, that's 21.
Did I?
That was good.
Oh, did I mistype that?
I don't know. Someone got a 28 on initiative. It's just like, damn.
I'll double check with Sabado. He might have something for that.
I was gonna say,
though.
is that Silas? Because
that's
that might be
Silas.
fine.
Yeah.
He is a rogue multi-class, so chances are.
I think he does
probably...
have something that increases his initiative.
Okay, that makes sense. But dang, that's crazy. 28. We
did get raided earlier by Usagi.
I saw that.
Thank you so much for the raid. If raiders, if you're still here, welcome in. I do try to keep focus on the game when we're doing the D&D sessions, but I do appreciate the raids for anyone that's still here. Hope you're enjoying your time. As apparently they are now the Ghostbusters as they try to clean out this hotel of all the spirits.
Yes, for some reason.
More ways than one.
What?
I'm going to go use the restroom, so I will be right back as well, and then I'm going to grab more water.
Okay, I'm debating on a second wine.
It's been way too long since I played a caster. How does a square emanating from you work if I were to say cast Thunder Wave? Is it centered on me, or does it emanate from me?
That sounds like a centered on you thing.
You should specify the spell.
A 15-foot cube originating from me. Okay, let me double check that. I know there's a very handy graphic for this in the player's handbook, but my player's handbook is at someone else's house.
The Roll20 has a bunch of nifty ones now on these subscription sets that are like, when you drag them onto the map, they're automatically the distance they need to be.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so it's anywhere on I just have to be somewhere on the cube's edge. That's good.
Artificers are so fun.
They what?
So Artificers are so fun. I don't think I've played one.
Yeah, I haven't ventured down that road yet.
I never have before either. I tried really hard to pick something that wasn't something one of my players used in my last really long campaign, and could not come up with a good reason to not use it, because it's very fun. Artillerist sounds cool, but the way it works mechanically seems like it does a lot more damage, but it's also just weird. Basically have an animated gun that follows you around.
Yeah, 5th
Which,
edition.
for our party
can't decide
composition,
how
didn't sound
firearms
like
work.
something we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize
Yeah,
anything
5th
was
edition
going
can't seem to figure out how it wants firearms to work.
Yeah, they're also not firearms. It's either a ballista, a flamethrower, or like a portable shield with legs.
Intriguing.
I'm sure it's cool, I just did not have the patience to try to figure out how to use it effectively.
Oh, there's a puppy on the bed. Silas, I did hear you correctly. You said 28 for your initiative, right? Cool.
Nora tried to get apple juice out of the fridge herself.
Mm.
And how
Her
did that
hands are
go?
Was it a
sticky.
disaster?
I cleaned the floor. So there's that. And then I decided I would take another wine.
Fair.
So, yes.
Where's
Decision
Jason
making.
at?
Oh, he's right there next to me, playing
Ah,
a game.
Okay.
What are you playing? Helldivers. He's playing Helldivers.
Nice.
Ah. Is it time for democracy?
I was say
Liberty. Ooh,
Liberty, that's right.
it's time for liberty. The best tea. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm here now. We just waiting for Devin to get back.
Yep.
I'll be back shortly.
I'll go
Okay.
ahead and switch up the music
Oh, yeah.
again.
So what was the answer to your question, Cole, with the square thing?
Oh, it's pick a side, and I just have to be on one of the sides.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Alright. Since Devin is last on the initiative, go ahead and swap it back over. Alright. I'm gonna have this turn over here so people can see it on the thingamabobber. Alright. So, first up on the initiative, we have Silas. You are muted.
Yes. I'm going to do the thing I do, Eldritch Blast to the shadow in the top corner.
Top corner, alright.
That is 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Sweet. What is 7 force damage?
7 pulse damage.
I will crawl into the room, onto the ceiling,
Okay.
so that I can be out of the way of anyone that might be coming in.
Okay.
That's me.
Next up, we got Clementine.
He's still sitting staring up into the fireplace.
Fair.
So unless someone makes noise, she's staying there.
Fair.
He's alone in a fireplace with a screaming entity.
She's frustrated and trying to figure it out.
I would say
What a
with
big
where
child.
you're at too, it'd probably be a little bit hard to hear any battle noise, so I would probably have to say someone would have to specifically like shout out your name, just because of the screaming that is going in that fireplace.
I'm blaming Father
But
Coins
only-
for not telling her that we left.
Only
Alright.
Father Coins and I can hear the screaming.
It
Hold
is
on.
now this
Yeah, you left. You
shadow.
didn't say anything.
This one is gonna come up to you, Silas, since you are the closest, and is going to attempt to attack you.
Okay. It's up on the ceiling with me, or can I just kind of reach?
Yeah, it's floating essentially.
Mhm.
Actually, I do need to check that. Do they? Can they? I'm assuming they could fly. Let me double check that.
I mean, it's a shadow. It can probably
Yeah.
move on the wall at least, right?
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, because all it says is it has a speed of 40. It doesn't say anything about flying. Space and foretell words. You know what? It doesn't say anything about it flying.
No climb, nothing.
Yeah, nothing about climb. So you know what? No, it's not going to go after you. Instead, it will go after Selena.
No. Okay.
Ew. That's not good.
I like that.
Hmm.
Shit. Okay, so
Am I
it
gonna
rolled a
die?
nat 20.
Oh, fuck.
Am I possessed again?
No, you're not possessed. And this thing doesn't do it right. Wait, no, it did do it right this time. Okay. So you're going to take 21 necrotic damage.
Oof.
I'm glad I got heals earlier, or I would be dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
So cool. I
Yeah.
am hurt.
So
and it's
this,
necrotic?
it is
Oh,
necrotic, yeah.
jeez. Okay, so 21 can't come back, right?
No, I'm not sure where that rule
Oh.
was. Necrotic
Are
is
we not
just
enforcing
basically-
that?
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Oh. Oh, thank goodness.
Unless
okay,
unless it specifically says that it does that, because there are attacks
Okay.
that specifically say they do that. But yeah,
Okay, well, that's a relief at least.
yeah.
I'm still hurting a lot.
So yeah, the shadow kind of like looks at where the blast came from at Silas and sees it up on the ceiling, and then turns back to Selena as it approaches you, and you feel the life being drained from you. The one that got hit, it is their turn. They're going to come up to Cornelius. They're going to attempt to attack Cornelius. That's a miss.
Oh, good.
That was a 2.
Beautiful.
It is now Cornelius' turn.
Okay, Cornelius, I will twist a couple of knobs on my shoulder, we'll say, and a panel is going to spring open in the belly of my armor, revealing what appears to be a subwoofer, and I'll treat that as the flavor text for casting Thunder Wave,
Okay.
which is going to produce a square of damage this size. Let me know if you can see the pink square.
I can
Yes.
indeed.
Thank you for
All right.
not hitting any of them in the party. That's super great.
Yep,
You can
that
use
was,
Thunder
that
Wave.
was what I was looking for.
I always tell people,
let's-
don't use Thunder Wave, but you can use Thunder Wave.
So we'll cast it at level 2 using my only other second level spell slot. It's a DC 15 Constitution save.
Okay. I had to add something in the turn order technically, so that's okay. That works out. So it's Constitution save. All right. So the first shadow succeeds. The second shadow fails. All right.
All right. So the one that failed takes 8 damage and gets pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
The one that succeeds doesn't move and takes 4 damage, and I rolled about as badly on the damage for this thing as I possibly could have. Well, not quite. I guess my extra damage was pretty okay. My base damage was terrible.
And you said 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's gonna fly over to this corner essentially. And then. Okay.
Also, unsecured objects that are in that area are also pushed 10 feet away from me for whatever, to whatever degree that matters to you. There's also a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Okay. That's a big boom.
You think that affects the door?
It
Usually.
is a secured object, so probably
Yeah,
not.
the door is technically secured because it is boarded up.
It doesn't do any damage to it.
No.
The warden's
Oh,
not
that's
unless-
ooh.
Not unless something large hits it, which I leave to Anthony's discretion. I am going to step around this one that's still in front of me over here.
Okay.
The hippo nimbly pivots.
Yes. The hippo awkwardly scooches around the room.
Fabulous.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Door's still standing. Okay. So right before you do that, you notice like the door is getting like starting to splinter a little bit, but it's coming from the other side, so it seems like something's about to break through that door. As you cast that thunder spell,
Cool.
when you cast that thunder spell, it does seem like it stopped for a brief second, but now it's like back on the door essentially.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Selena.
I have made no mistakes so far.
Okay. Well, I want to stab things, but do I get disadvantage if I use Sacred Flame in melee? Because it's a ranged spell attack.
Technically,
Yes.
Not technically.
If you are in melee, it is a disadvantage.
but if you're shooting
Okay.
at the one in the corner, it wouldn't be.
Okay. I guess Silas is on the ceiling, right?
Yes.
So I can see it just fine.
Yes.
I'm going to do that. It's mostly because my strength is suffering so much that I feel like I'd stab and still not hurt it. Okay, yeah, let's Sacred Flame that.
Okay.
So, 1. Plus, there. 9. I miss.
9 will miss.
I miss. Do I light a corner on fire?
You do leave a little scorch mark on the
Okay,
the
okay.
wall, yeah.
That's fine. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it with that.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not much else I can do.
Father Coins, as you're in the hallway, you just hear a thump on the wall next to you.
Oh, God. Clementine, your friends are here.
Should I do a perception?
Yes, roll a perception with disadvantage because of the screaming.
The chimney's still screaming.
9.
Only close.
You don't hear it.
Damn. All right. I run in here, and as I put my hand on Selena's shoulder, a bunch of $100 bills will wrap around her wounds as I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how you cast.
That's
Huh.
I love it.
Okay. I feel
Money heals
fancy.
all wounds.
They
I
are
mean,
they are
I guess you.
U.S.
I
dollars.
guess I was gonna say at least you can afford healthcare. It seems.
Yeah.
All right. Is that 12 wounds back to me? 12,
Yep.
not wounds. Health. I'm in Warhammer mode. Okay.
You do not want 12 wounds.
No, I was in Warhammer mode. The health is called wounds.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
No, but I just imagine 12 injuries.
I know. The wording makes it sound like they're all injuries.
Yep.
That is about as far as you'll be able to make it.
Yep. Clementine.
We'll do
You
another
can
perception
hear
check on
him.
her
You can hear
when
him
I go.
that time. It's faint, but you can
Okay.
hear him that time because he's in the same room as you.
She just perks up. What?
Let's go.
I gotta figure this out.
More shadows. More freaks.
She'll act on her turn.
All right. Back at the top of initiative, Silas.
Mhm. I guess. I'm going to. Okay. So my pupils will go wide and reflect the light in the room very strongly for a moment, as like a pulse emanates from my forehead, and I cast Mind Spike at the shadow.
Okay.
It needs to make an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. I'm pretty sure that is a failure. That is a 7.
Okay, so it will take 6 psychic damage and must subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw it makes before the end of my next.
Okay. And that was the one that's right next to you, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Are your eyes reflecting Midnight Mass style?
Yeah,
All
man,
right.
Midnight Mass rules.
That's
I love that show.
No, Midnight Mass.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there I
Nothing
beheld
less.
an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Okay. Clementine.
My friends? She'll excitedly jump up and start moving.
Okay.
Movement's 30. Well, coin's in the way, so she'll move to the door.
You can get
can-
past coins.
you
It
can
would,
push
just take,
past
it would
it.
just take an extra 5 feet of movement.
Okay, then I get to here.
Yep.
That's it.
All right.
Is that a dash? Because I feel like you can see from there.
Can I see the shade in there from here?
You
That's the
can
door.
see the one next to Cornelius. You wouldn't be able to see the one that's in the corner, just because it's in the corner of the room.
Okay. And she's going to excitedly just kind of giggle. And it has that
Yeah.
creepy echoing.
Okay.
And then she is going to cast Moonbeam again.
Okay.
So DC 14 con.
DC 14 con. It succeeded that time.
Okay, so it'll be half of 7. Be rounded down.
Yes. So 3 damage.
3.
But it does seem to take a little bit more damage from it.
Cool.
Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
All right. It is now the one in the corner. Silas is. How are you standing on the ceiling, by the way? Are you like kind of laying on the ceiling, or are you like kind of just standing?
Yeah, I am like as though I were laying on my back, like the Call of Duty,
Yeah.
shooting from behind your back. I'm like that, but on the ceiling, facing
Okay.
the ground.
That's what I wanted to check on, because if you're laying down like that, then they won't be able to reach you because you're too high up. But if you were regular standing, they would be able to reach you. So it's gonna go back to Selena, and
Oh.
that's a 17.
Oh. Yeah, 17 is definitely gonna hit me.
It's the one that moved. Oh no, it's the one that moved in the corner. Never mind.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
the
gonna
one
say
from the
damage, but
corner.
no.
Yeah. You're gonna take 9 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have to try
Okay.
and figure out a counter for the ceiling thing.
I mean, they're ghosts. Can't they just fly?
That's what I was checking, but apparently it doesn't have a fly speed, so it technically
Huh.
can't get up there.
So it just kind of floats
Yeah.
ground level. Huh. Imagine being able to fly, but only like an inch off the ground.
Right.
Worst power ever.
It's about my
Well,
jump height.
they didn't go to heaven.
It's true. And then this one needs to make another con save. That's a fail. So, how much damage do they take from that moonbeam?
It would be 2d10 full.
Nice.
6.
Okay. Boom.
Not much.
Ooh, it's not
I'll
looking
take
good.
Sweet.
But it does not like that moonbeam, as it kind of like tries to get to the corner essentially, and is going to attempt to attack. Actually, does moonbeam radiate a light at all?
It is. It's light, but it's just literally a beam. Like think of
pale
a tractor
light.
beam.
Okay, so it doesn't actually like light the room essentially. Okay, it's actually gonna do.
There's probably an off glow, but it's not much.
Yeah.
It's not casting a light in a traditional sense. Maybe.
Cornelius, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, good. I think I'm passable at those. Nope, it's a coin toss. Lovely. 19.
Okay.
You're still blessed, maybe? Or no, you definitely still have Bardic Inspiration.
How long is blessed last?
Well, a 19 succeeds, so you don't have to worry anything. But it looks like this shadow does not seem to be liking this moonbeam, as it seems like it grabs you, Cornelius, and disappears. But you don't know why it grabbed you.
Okay.
Uh,
How upsetting.
Just got groped.
I'm technically gonna put it
Yes.
hiding because you won't really be able to. Selena,
No.
roll me
what?
a perception check
Okay.
with
First,
disadvantage, just because you have another shadow on you right now.
perception check or perception saving throw?
Perception check.
Okay.
I don't think that's a saving throw. That's
8.
Okay. Yeah, you won't see it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's that shifting shadow's turn. Let's see here. Okay. The thumping on the door is still going, but this time it doesn't seem like the door has budged at all. Cornelius, it is your turn.
All right then. I shall step awkwardly off the bed and attempt to sonically slap this one it's not on the ceiling, right? It's still in the middle of the
It's
room.
still on the floor, yeah.
Okay. We will Thunder Gauntlets one time. That's a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
I remember I'm still blessed, Devin. I will use it when it seems like it's relevant.
Yep.
Thunder damage. That's 5 thunder damage, and it has disadvantage on attacks against anybody but me. And then extra attack, same thing. That is a 9. Let's use that bless. I did use Bardic Inspiration already. Unless you used it again on me.
Well, the
No,
bardic.
and I actually don't think you have bless.
Bless is only 1 minute duration.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Well, I rolled a 9. Or I got a 9 total.
Okay.
Which
9
means
will
I rolled a
miss.
2. Okay. Then I will use, for my bonus action, I will use my defensive field ability from my armor to give myself 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
It's a multicolored, shimmery glow just sort of covers me.
Okay. If that is it, Selena, it is your turn.
All right. I mean, okay. I guess I'll try and stab it. I'm not very useful for that right now, but okay.
14 hits.
Yay. Let's see if I do any damage, because strength. Right? Is that... Okay, yeah, nothing? I did -1 damage.
Oh, right. That's affects your... Okay. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
melee
rogue,
is
though,
not
right?
great. Yeah? Can I do dex?
You should be able to do dex, yeah.
Can I pull that with dex
Oh, yeah,
then?
'cause
I wasn't sure if
you're
I
so
could
nice.
or...
Yeah, because
I
if you're
couldn't
a
remember.
rogue, you
But
should be able
that's
to
not-
use
I
your
haven't been a
dex.
rogue for a while, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna change that to a dex. Thank you.
There you go.
As long as your weapon is light.
Yeah, which short sword definitely light.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, dex. I guess. Okay. I think I did that right. Okay, that looks better now. Let's try that.
There we
8.
go. All right, you do 8 damage to the shifting shadow. Anything else?
Nope. I think I'm good.
Okay. Father Coins.
Okay. I am going to cast Guidance on Clementine.
Okay.
Basically, the same thing as Bardic Inspiration. So,
Just add a D4, or you
add a
declare
D4 to any sort of ability check.
you declare ahead of time though.
You need to declare after you've made the check, but before you know the result.
After I've rolled, if I know it's low.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Mhm. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Silas. You are
You're muted.
Eldritch Blast.
All right.
That is 22 to hit for
Definitely hits.
6 force damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it is a quick draw, point the finger gun, blue laser shoots out, and this thing just sort of bursts on impact into like black wispies.
All right. Yep. You're just laying right above it. Just finger guns. Pew! As it shoots straight down through it as it just dissipates.
You
We're still
gun.
we're still technically in initiative.
Pretend to spin it, stick it in my holster.
Blow off your finger.
We're still in initiative, huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Sometimes I impress even myself. No, yeah.
right. Clementine. There are currently no shadows in this room, but you do see a door that kind of seems to be splintered, as if something is getting out of that. Something's trying to get out of that room.
Is there a way
Oh,
for
the-
Moonbeam to go, like, can I move it so it's partially in the, half in the door, half out of the door?
You can do right on the space in front of the door.
Well, no, but like,
It has to be a space you can see, I think.
Yeah, I think it has to be a space you can see. Let me double check.
put it on. It is a space I can see, but like, I can see the door is splintering and there's a hole in the door.
Right. Yeah.
So I would put it essentially like on the
On the door.
doorway.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. We'll allow it.
My action. Keeping my own track of Moonbeam. I'm on round 2.
I'm just checking the wording. Oh, interesting. So based on the wording,
Is it a
No.
creatures only thing?
no, I guess technically, when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time, but if it's being casted on them, technically it's the first time. I was just trying to figure out the wording of that. It's like technically they shouldn't be taking damage, but technically at the same time they are being entered into it, so it does. Yeah.
Yep.
But,
That's how it works in Baldur's Gate.
Right.
So on their turn, it's moved on to them.
Yep. Okay.
Pretty OP spell, honestly.
Well, technically, it's in, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and... It failed its con save, whatever is behind this door. Because it's
Sweet.
still, it's technically on the door, so it's gonna take damage for a minute.
Alright. 2d10. 15.
Ooh,
That's good.
sweet.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Alright. I'm going to keep the turn initiative order the same, but we'll go ahead and be out of initiative. As this moonbeam's on the door, the banging does stop.
Yeah, I'd like to keep the initiative going so I can keep track of Moonbeam.
Yeah. So we'll still have it in initiative. But we'll go ahead and... the turn order will still be on there, but if there's anything people want to do, you can. Yeah, you know what,
Clementine's just excitedly looking at Moonbeam
we'll
on the door.
Yeah.
Probably a good use of energy.
I'll just stand there. I'll just...
You know what's been all the rage in hotels? Shared bathrooms.
What? From the
Maybe we don't have to clear this one, you know? Like, we could just let it be.
How long is Moonbeam for? A minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm
10
gonna
turns.
do. I'm gonna set a timer for 1 minute, and you guys have free reign to do what you want to do.
Gonna back up a little bit. Maybe. Wait, does that block her view? Okay, maybe I won't.
I'm gonna goad it on. Just get out of there. Come on. Come on.
How tall is the ceiling in this room?
10 feet.
Okay.
Is this other door boarded up?
The one at
Everyone's
the end of
leaving the room?
hallway,
Okay.
But not that closet door.
Okay. I guess we're all leaving.
Everyone's
the
leaving
room?
the room. Clementine's going in the room.
You're
Oh.
going in the room? Okay.
Is that so she can hold the moonbeam still, or?
And she's
I will-
fascinated by the door.
Okay.
I will move
Yeah,
up
back-
to cover
back up a little
Clementine.
bit. Yeah. I
She's gonna
guess
be
I'll-
just like haunting the door. Come
I'll be
on.
like in the doorway,
Okay.
ready to aim something. No, right, no.
Also, I will as long as we're still at initiative, I will prepare an action to cast Thunder Wave at whatever comes through the door.
Got it. Okay.
When the door breaks down, which is going to
And
cost me a
she would have.
spell.
She would be taking the more turns when nothing's happening, just moving it off and moving it back on.
Okay.
What do I
Alright.
find in this
So it's
other washroom?
Yes. My apologies, Silas. I meant this door right here that leads into the closet. The door that you just entered through. That one is boarded up.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a
What do
door.
I find in the supply closet? Some Windex?
Yes, actually, the equivalent of Windex and some moldy pillows and such of that nature. Kind of like a linen closet, but everything in there is very moldy. Go ahead, roll me an investigation check.
Investigation is 19.
19. For the most part, everything in here is very moldy. You find 3 copper pieces. All right. So after a minute, Moonbeam is gone.
Would it have done more damage though?
From what you could tell, you're not sure.
Because if it did it, are you at least rolling damage?
Yes. Cornelius.
Door still isn't knocked down.
Door's still not
I
knocked
will. I'm just gonna stand here and ready in action to punch anything that comes through the door.
down. Okay.
Is it silent now, or is the thumping resumed?
The thumping would have resumed, yes.
Just gonna yell, "Come at me, bro!"
Okay. Selena.
I'm admiring this half fake, not child's attitude. Okay. I'm just kind of standing at the ready here at the doorway. I don't know that I can actually see. Maybe I can, just a little bit, barely. Like
You can see
Yeah.
that the door is still holding for the most part.
okay. I'm just kind of bracing myself, like, oh, what's gonna pop out?
Mhm.
I don't. Good on Cornelius for being in its path.
Yeah. All right, Father Cole.
Someone's got to do it.
Can I cast Minor Illusion to make it seem like there's still a moonbeam right in front of the door?
Technically, yes, but the thing is I believe with minor illusion, that one does require visual. So even though it would look like moonbeams on the door, with what you're trying to accomplish, it wouldn't go to the other side of the door. If that makes sense.
Right, yeah, no, I would in front of the door.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
I am trying to get it to break down the door and then be afraid to exit.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. We can. Yeah.
As nothing is happening, she's just going to continue to, like, yell at it. Coward!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Silas.
He will walk along the ceiling, back down the hall, peek down through the archway into the room, and just sort of watch, like Scooby-Doo style, from the
Yep.
top corner.
All right. Clementine.
Continue yelling at it.
Okay.
Come on out, motherfucker!
Okay, that should finish off the door. It does. Okay. So, as you say that, the door bursts down finally. And what is behind the door is a ghast that is missing its jaw.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Sick.
But it does notice the moonbeam, and it's just stand. Actually, no, it was before. It wouldn't even notice it, that cast. So yeah, it's just gonna stand at the doorway. Is there anything else I can do? That is not. All right, Cornelius, it is your turn.
So this thing has violently knocked down the door and is now standing there, like, afraid or
Of what appears to be the
mesmerized.
moonbeam, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to take a step this way. And then past we'll say the top of my right gauntlet, a little like weird frost-covered stick sort of springs out on really, really crappy looking springs, and then fires a ray of frost at it.
Okay.
A ray of frost. That was a 9 to hit.
A 9 will not hit.
Damn.
Which I'm gonna bet misses.
Mm-hmm. It does indeed. Anything else? Uh-oh. I think it might have froze.
Oh, yep.
Yep. No! No!
Lost him. And down.
Can you hear us, Cornelius?
That ray of frost had frozen his Discord. It was too powerful.
Ah. Yeah.
Ah, there we are. He has returned!
Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, I assume that misses, and I've already used all of my bonus action stuff, so I'm just gonna get between it and my tiny party member.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me.
Alright. Selena. You see this door busted down as a ghast with its missing jaws just standing in the doorway.
Can I even see the ghast, really? Because...
You did when it busted down the door. You can't so much now because
Yeah.
Cornelius kind of is stepped in the way.
Can I go, like, right behind Cornelius and kind of...
Yeah.
Peek around it? He's my shield.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume he won't mind or he won't notice. One of those. And I will try to sacred flame that thing.
Okay.
Oh. 20. 16?
A 16 will hit.
Yeah. And then, let's see. What is the damage again? I think I'm at 2. I guess it was a racial thing to get one spell. And it says I get 2d8 at 5th level. Is that 5th
Yes.
level of being an elf?
That yes, because I think that's why I have to recheck the multi-class rules because I think it's whatever your base level is how it affects cantrips if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I didn't get it from my class. That's the problem, I guess.
Yeah, so your overall level was what will affect it. So yes.
Okay, cool. So then, yay. Draw 2.
Oh, I guess that's spells, not bardic inspiration. So bardic inspiration would still be a d6. Okay. Sorry, thinking out loud.
7.
7 damage.
Woo.
All right. It's
Yeah.
kind of just in the doorway, looking at all of you as this sacred flame hits. Slowly turns back to you. Father Coins.
Okay. I would like to add to my minor illusion disco ball, pull up my guitar, and start playing Staying Alive.
Okay.
I'm out of spell slots.
Fair enough. All right.
Need to add a little ambiance.
Silas.
Muted.
Gonna spider my way into the room along the ceiling and lob another pew pew.
Okay. Pew pew.
Or will I? Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a
I
17
think with
minute.
Staying Alive playing, you do the John Travolta walk along the ceiling.
Yes. That's exactly what it is.
A 17 will hit.
And then he does like the little heel spin to turn it face.
Beautiful.
It's the heel spin into the finger gun, James Bond style. So it's going to be
Yes.
7 force damage.
7 force damage. All right. You shoot it. Still standing, but it's looking bloodied for a
Okay.
cast.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Clementine. You finally see what has burst through the door.
He goes, ha, sick.
Is it
And
everything
then
you
she's
dreamed
going to
of?
conjure. Exactly. She's going to conjure 8 giant bats.
Classic. I was wondering how long it was going to be before you just started summoning like 50
You know the
days.
pain now, Lopez.
I forgot.
Welcome
about
to
this.
DMing for Melissa Lopez.
I forgot. My brain,
The
for
perils of
whatever
having-
reason, my brain had shut that off. I
Yeah,
should have
it
known
was
this
not
was
our
coming
time.
eventually.
Never forget.
All right, 8 giant bats. Let's see here. Let's see if I have giant bats.
Always be ready
already
for
in
8
here.
giant bats.
You have 8
Giant
names.
bats.
I need to come up with them.
Don't have bats in
Ooh.
here.
Can we all contribute names? I gotta think of one.
Okay,
Yes.
let me
Anyone in the
Let's see,
chat wants to throw
Ghosts,
some out.
bats.
Vlad
Let's
is
see
one, obviously.
here. Do.
Vlad is a given.
Matthew.
Ooh, Matthew.
Okay.
Interesting.
I will.
Interesting.
Batsy?
I will pull this
Lugosi.
aside so that way I can have that up because I don't have
Ooh,
actual.
Bartholomew. Bartholomew?
Oh, let's see.
Bathsheba.
Let's see. Bats.
Ooh, I
I
like
just
that.
submit the name Bruce.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Vlad is number 1.
That's not. That's a human. That's a gnome.
What were some?
That's a.
What were
Not
ones I
bad.
called out that I liked?
That's not bad.
Bruce, obviously Bruce.
That's not bad. Oh,
Bartholomew is
there we go.
clever.
Found a bat. I gotta make 8 of these.
Gary
Toothless.
Meh.
Conrad.
4, 5, 6,
Wondering?
7, 8. Okay.
Conrad?
And batshit. I'm just naming one batshit.
That shit.
What was your
crazy.
Oldman joke? I didn't.
I just said Gary Oldman.
Oh,
Cool. I think I
Did
made
someone
it.
say
It's just
Bethune?
funny.
I did. I did make an extra bat. Okay.
How many names do we need?
The bats
Still.
fill up this room.
4 more.
I thought it was
Okay.
8.
Did you
Yeah,
get
but we're,
Yeah,
any
no,
receipt?
names.
we're naming
Oh,
them.
names. Okay.
Does chat
Yeah.
have any suggestions for naming these giant bats? Are they?
What
Always
what
bet
is-
on bats.
What is the bit? What is the spell again? So you can just put it in the chat for me again. I need to double
Conjure
check.
animals.
Conjure animals. Okay, that works. I need to double check something on that.
I'll put the link to the.
It's
D&D
spell
Beyond.
of make the DM's life really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, regularly.
Yeah.
Just always have it ready. Honestly.
Didn't ask how big the room was. I said 8 bats.
Hey, you went 2 sessions without naming.
Yeah.
Or you went 2 sessions without using this.
I
Good
know.
on
I'm
you.
impressed by that.
Long.
The
Too
number
long.
of creatures hanging onto the ceiling in this room is very disturbing.
It's actually 9, right?
Here's when it drops to 0 HP.
Isn't that my
Ooh.
motto? Always bet on bats.
Roll initiative
Yeah.
for the summon creatures as a group, which has its own turns. Okay, that's good at least. I don't have to worry about that.
Let's
Tracking
see, more bat
different
names.
bats. Okay, so I will
Bats,
add
that was-
one. I will add
Bats.
one into there.
Camilla?
It has its own initiative, so go ahead and roll me a d20.
Cute names for a bat. Let's see what Reddit has.
7.
7. Okay.
Okay, someone did say Batthew. Batthew. There. Batten Oswald.
Jackie
Bat-
Daytona.
Bat Benatar.
Jackie G. Choda.
Yes. Bad Benatar. I love that.
Bat Affleck.
Yes.
Bat.
Now I gotta roll HP for
Robert
all of
Pattinson.
them.
Melissa. Fang.
I'll roll.
Okay.
Fang.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's
It's-
number 8. It's fine.
It's four
Yes.
4d10s. So
Also,
the-
Melissa,
give me the
you are
first one.
Nora's Lissa, she says.
Aww. Alright, so.
She can hear me, Nora. She can't hear
14,
you very well.
okay. 17.
Bruce is-
Okay.
Are all of them named?
Ooh, Bartholomew is 28.
Woo, go
Sucks that
back.
they all-
Bartholomew.
3, okay.
3.
Oh
Batsy.
no.
23.
Oh, God.
okay.
Do they each have their own initiative?
No, they all share one initiative. I double checked on that spell. It specifically says they share an initiative. I'm like, God damn it! I don't want to track all of this.
Yep, HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
13. Fang's the weakest.
Alright.
Oh no, Vlad and.
I named the strongest and the weakest. Is that what happened?
All right. Well, I will.
Yep.
I will just have this thing up for me. All right.
It's okay. Vlad showed his
Uh,
strength when he held his ground.
Okay.
Oh, one should have been Strahd.
Anything else, Clementine?
Oh yeah.
Nope, that's a whole turn.
All right. It's now the gas turn. It sees the bat is in the moonlight. It's gonna try to take a swipe at the bat. Where is that thing? There it is.
We should give them colors.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Well, I got their HP up at least, so that'll be easy for
Yeah,
me.
but which one is which? That's the thing. Which bat is which bat?
Well, the thing that I mostly need to track is their HP because their turn order is all going to be on the same turn. So, it won't...
But like in terms of which bat is being hit and the HP goes down. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm tracking that. Don't worry.
Well, I need to know which. I'm also tracking that. I need to know which bat is which bat. They all have different names, Anthony.
I will tell you.
Which
when the
bat is Vlad?
I will tell you if
Which
the
bat?
bat goes down or not.
Which bat is
That
the name
is
of my
so
starter
much to
games
track, and I really don't want to track all that.
I got it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like I already have it tracked, so I put HP on every single bat. So if I hit that specific bat, I will be able to track it.
But some have the same. Batsy and Batshit both have 23.
Yeah,
Which one's which?
they're both right next to each other.
But Vlad and Fang are number 1 and number 7, and they have the same HP.
If they all had their own initiatives, it would be one thing. If they're all sharing the same
Oh.
initiative, I don't think tracking all the bats'
talking-
names and stuff will be that important.
I'm just talking colors. Just give me colors. I can
Oh,
say
okay.
Vlad is purple.
I'll give you colors at least.
I'll mark from there.
Welcome to DMing for Melissa.
Alright, Vlad is red. Bruce is blue. Bartholomew is green. Batshit is orange.
I'm letting you know now. I'm not changing these HPs.
Batsy is purple. Just let me. I got it. Okay. Vlad is red 1. Affleck is pink. Benatar is yellow. And Fang is red 2.
I hate this smell so much.
Just tell me the
Please
color and
stand
I will
by.
mark off which one is what HP. That's what I'm doing for you. I'm making you conjure 8 bats. I will take care of HP.
Okay.
I got you. My doing, I will keep track.
Okay. Well, it's gonna attack the one right in front of it.
All right. It's Batsy.
Okay.
AC 13, by the way.
That one will hit. It rolled a 15. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which it has
All
plus
right, they
0
have-
on.
0. 14.
Okay, a success on that. It is going to take 10
Alright.
slashing damage, though.
Got 13 HP.
All right. Cornelius, you are now in a room full of bats
Hope you're not afraid of them.
And one gas.
and one gas.
She's just gonna scream as she conjures them. She's gonna scream, "Oh, my pretties!"
I am going to take a knee and try to take another shot at this thing. Hopefully missing the bats that I assume are circling near the ceiling.
What
Yes.
sweet music they make.
They're giant.
Yep, giant bats.
Yes, which is why I'm getting very
Guano.
close to the floor. So we'll use... Alright, Ray of Frost, that's a 23.
That will hit.
That is 12 cold damage. And... its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Selena. Unless Cornelius, you're going
Okay.
to move in this giant room of bats.
I'm not sure I can. Can I even see the ghoulie thingy or whatever anymore?
Oh,
the
no.
monster?
Sorry, Cornelius. I didn't
Oh.
want
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else for me.
Okay. Selena.
Can I see the thing anymore?
You can.
With all the bats fluttering around?
It's a little hard to see, but you can. The bats are all up in the air for the most part.
Alright, then I'm going to try and Sacred Flame it again. Because
Okay.
that's what I can do. 13.
You hit it.
Yay! Okay. 4, 8. $11.
How you want to do this?
Nice.
He just burns. I assume Sacred Flame is like a greenish yellow flame. I don't know why.
That
Oh.
sounds right.
Yeah.
is that the color? I don't remember what color it is in Baldur's Gate, but that's just what color it is in my head. So
I think that's what the symbol is.
yeah.
Probably what you're thinking of.
So it's just gonna like burn and go like and like just wilt in posture.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't exactly wilt, but the body does
Okay.
crumble as it just
Crumble.
Yeah, it's on the floor now because it's not a ghost. It's an actual body.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, that takes us out of initiative.
Excellent.
You're now in a room full of bats.
How long does
Awesome.
this
We
last
should
for,
send
you
them
know?
out to like hunt the ghosts.
We have them for an hour.
We should send them to hunt the ghosts.
100 turns.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean, echolocation. They might have better luck finding us than us. Hey, Silas, are they your people now? You know, since that
Since what?
the
No, since what?
the thing she like mimics emotion that might possibly indicate the dislocation of his jaw, and that thing.
Glances at the bats. He's like, "Did they do that?"
I don't know.
No,
They're not vampire bats.
they're just giant bats.
Well, you all hang on the ceiling, so you might be kin.
I'll take that
I mean,
into
that's true.
consideration. Hop down onto the floor.
Yeah, both. You're upside down.
She's definitely teasing. Yeah. I'm all for like trying to get them to look around the rooms with us as long as we can still navigate. Oh,
They'll
yeah,
follow me. We're fine.
do we want to look in the room that the ghoul was stuck in all that time?
Okay.
Yes.
I
I'll
want
put
to.
my-
So does Will, however, just walk around letting some of them dangle from his robot arm.
Yeah,
Okay.
the disco ball is still in effect.
All right.
There was a
The
disco
disco
ball?
There was a disco ball and a moonbeam.
Oh.
Oh, and your illusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Selena, you can make
Yes.
your way into that room if you'd like.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
will like lightly tread and weave in and out around
yep,
the
Yep.
bats.
Uh,
Watch out for Gwen.
exactly. Inside
They're
this
magic bats.
room
They don't.
is a private washroom, and the tub is actually filled with very, very, very filthy water.
Gross.
Hmm.
All right. Is there anything else? Like, is the sink on a countertop with like a cupboard or anything?
There's like a little cupboard and a mirror, but the mirror is like cracked, so it's not like usable.
Okay.
If you want, you can roll an investigation check.
Sure. I'll look around. Let's see. Investigation. What a lovely chance. Hey, not bad. 16?
From what you can tell in this bathroom, like it's filthy in this bathroom. The water's super disgusting.
Yeah.
You don't really find a whole lot of value in here. You find about 3 silver pieces in some of the cupboards.
I found money. Okay.
Can I pull the drain on the bathtub?
Oh, you can drain it?
You may. Give me 1 second, though. I am going to need you to roll for something.
Oh no.
Let's see. I need you
Resident
to
Evil.
roll. Oh, there it is. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Which hand are you using?
This is definitely my fleshy hand.
Okay.
I got bats dangling from my prosthetic.
Okay.
You have 4 of them?
Yeah.
Or just 2 of them?
2.
Okay.
Constitution, that is 15.
Okay. Let's see. You succeeded. I just want to make sure there's nothing on there.
But this place is blooming.
Nope, nothing happens. Okay. You, as you put your hand into this filthy, disgusting water, you really feel like this is so disgusting that you might have picked something up from it, but for whatever reason, you hold out strong as you pull the plug out of the water, and as the water drains, inside the tub is a golden laden toothbrush.
Okay.
It's like heavy and made of gold, or is it just like gold colored?
Gold color.
Ah,
Well,
so someone's
Oh,
toothbrush
no,
is in there.
yeah, it's gold laden. So yeah, it is a golden toothbrush.
So
Everybody remember to brush today?
in the bath with their golden toothbrush?
There's nothing in the bath except for the toothbrush.
Okay.
Weird.
You want this?
Me? I'm a little scared of the water it came from, honestly.
I mean, if you
No.
want courage, they're keen. I got a place I'll keep that for you.
Gross. No, you can keep it, Silas.
Oh, gee, that's real thoughtful. Tosses it in the bathtub.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting in there and picking it up.
Okay.
Pardon me, excuse
Well,
me.
you guys,
Uh,
while you guys do your dance with turbo tetanus, I'm gonna start working on getting the boards off of this door.
Okay.
Yep. Tetanus. Oh, wait, do you have the crowbar? Or are you just using your hands?
I have a crowbar.
Is it the one I handed you?
Double checking. Pretty sure I have one.
Okay. I thought I was the only one in the group who had a crowbar.
I think 2 people did.
Okay.
I have a Dungeoneer's pack, which I'm about
Oh, okay.
80% sure
Got it.
has one.
Okay. I have a burglar's
Yes.
pack, which has one, so okay. Cool.
Okay.
So if I don't have one, I'm just gonna start chopping it down with my hand axe.
Okay. It does take a little bit of time, but you do. I'm assuming that you're going to the one right below you, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. You do manage to take the boards off the door, and you
Okay.
open up the door, and inside this room, like much the tavern that you were in earlier, which was the one with the fireplace, this area also appears to have been ransacked. You do notice a large pool of blood that appears to have dried beneath the bed, though.
Disgusting. I will investigate.
Okay. So, as soon as you step foot into the room... I wasn't expecting
This
you guys
only
to-
ends well.
I legit wasn't expecting you guys to go to every single room, by the way.
Oh.
This is fun.
You didn't think we were going to go to every room?
No!
We're supposed to get rid of all the ghosts. How are we going to do that without going to every room?
Got clear every room.
Alright.
Besides, burn the place down.
Yeah, without
uh,
burning the place down.
As soon as you enter into the room, another spirit appears from the bed. This one actually appears more humanoid, similar to the Jesse, the bellhop maitre d' at the front. It's like, leave, please. I am trying to get my beauty sleep.
Oh. Keep in mind, I'm still disguised as a maitre d'.
You were over at the bathroom.
I
But yes.
I will. And this. Okay, so does she have evidence of wounds on her person? Like, is her ghostly? Does her ghostly person have blood stains on it?
Yeah, she does look like she's has some cuts and stuff of that nature.
Okay. I will revert to a more formal posture and say, My apologies, madam. I am Cornelius Q. Biranok. The Q stands for Quasar. I do apologize for disturbing you. It seems to me there's been some disturbances around here, and we felt it was worth exploring the area.
Disturbances? Well, I mean, there have been noises for the most part, but that's why the door's been closed, so that way I can at least get some beauty sleep.
Oh yes, undoubtedly a useful tactic. Tell me, how long have you been a guest here?
Oh. Why do you want to know? Are you a new worker here? You don't seem familiar to me.
I'm a representative of the new owner, as a matter of fact. This is our initial inspection, as it were.
Go ahead, roll me a persuasion.
We just wanted to make sure everyone's having a lovely time.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, I push back past Selena and try to intervene.
Okay.
Sure. Let's see what Cornelius's persuasion check is first.
Yeah.
Persuasion. Okay. That's an 11.
New owners? Why would there be new owners? That doesn't make any sense. Father Coins at this point, yes, you can push your way through.
Alright. As disguised as a maitre d'.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so sorry, madam. Is this man bothering you?
Oh,
Good sir, if you would please.
Yes, Jeeves, they have been bothering me. Please, can you escort them away? I would love to get my beauty sleep.
Certainly, certainly. Good sir, could you please return to the lobby?
Yes, certainly. Yes. I will awkwardly scooch out of the room.
Okay.
Armor clinking.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
close your
Clank,
door.
clank, clank.
And before you close the door, it's like, oh, and Jeeves, I seem to have been missing my toothbrush somewhere. If you happen to find it, would you be kind to return it?
Since I'm
Almost
next,
certainly. If I do find it, you will be the first to know. And I
can I
slam the
hear
door.
her from the hallway?
You do.
Silas, are you in the hallway or are you still hanging in that washroom?
I'll be in the hallway at this point.
Okay.
You'd be like, Silas, the lady in here says she lost her toothbrush.
You like look up to the ceiling for him, but he's just standing behind you.
Don't do that. Anyway, I think it's hers.
I think
yeah,
Pops took that thing.
I close the door.
You think
Josh,
what?
Josh. She doesn't need it anymore. It's fine.
Maybe that's her unfinished business. Maybe she forgot to brush.
Yeah, maybe she wants to brush her damn teeth.
She's a ghost. She's not gonna lose her teeth. There are no dentists for ghosts.
But she doesn't know that, maybe? I don't know how ghosts work, but, like, you're being very not understanding of ghost people for a cleric.
Does that seem likely to me?
Get rid of the shade, and the weirdos will follow.
What seems likely to you, Cornelius?
The proposition that she needs this object in order to move on.
Roll me an insight check.
Insight. I'm so good at that. That's a 9.
You're not sure.
Business.
I'll keep my opinions to myself.
I still think we should give it to her. Silas.
I don't have it.
I'm sure.
I said no because I didn't want tetanus water.
All right. Door has been closed. Ghost has been left alone. You're all standing in this hallway. A bunch
Oh,
of bats still
have to-
flying around.
I will have to be
They're in
getting
that room
going
right
here
now.
soon.
Yeah.
Guess we'll start
Yeah. Well,
crowbarring the next room.
yeah. Well, if we want, we can call it there.
But we're one floor away from clearing this, or one room away from clearing this floor.
Technically 2.
2?
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
Yeah, we haven't gone to the bathroom.
Yeah, there's the other bathroom and then
Oh,
there's
we're
this
at the
bedroom.
bathroom. Okay, okay. What do you
It's also
guys
an
say?
exterior closet of some kind. Given the number of things that could be in those rooms, now might be a good time to pause.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. Y'all have been
Yeah.
entering rooms and finding spirits in every single room, so fair assumption there might be more. So yeah, we'll go ahead and call it there. Call it a night.
All right.
Okay, okay.
Move you all
All
back.
right.
Doo-doop.
Wow.
Alrighty. I'm gonna look for someone to raid if anyone wants to have some parting words to the chat. Oh god, why is Google Docs so bright?
Don't touch liquid tetanus.
Always remember to be polite. It could save as much as your life, and it costs you nothing.
Yeah.
Always bet on bats.
I hate that spell so much.
Remember to brush your teeth.
So much.
Turns out crime and
wait
running
till
from
she
your
gets to, like,
problems
10th level.
works.
Yay.
Yeah. Wait for octopi.
I love the octopi.
Wait for 15 cows.
What? Have you done that?
I
No,
I haven't.
but my wife did send me a meme about it.
just
I would have a good time naming 15 cows, I think. Are they bulls or are they male or female
I think
cows?
I think it's just dairy cows have an incredibly low CR, but a ton of hit points.
Honestly, that sounds
Heifers.
delightful.
Just heifers.
all right.
Eurylicus.
So I
Okay.
found who we're gonna raid. We are gonna go raid Diamond. Go raid. They are currently playing some Naraka. And they actually just came back from vacation as well. They were also on vacation. Good times.
Nice.
Yeah. But we'd like to thank all the viewers here for joining in on this adventure. We do this every other week, so there won't be D&D next week, but in about 2 weeks from now, there will be another episode of D&D.
What day is that?
The
Oh, June 6th.
crew that is basically on an exorcism run of clearing out this tavern and saving their property, because that's their property now.
Because that's how you become not a murder hobo.
That's how you
Now we're
become a landowner. Get rid of ghost.
Yeah. You can't be a murder hobo if you're not a hobo.
It's true. But with that, you all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!